Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Last time we looked at the top 10 Cup finishes from the pandemic-affected 2020 season. And since I really enjoyed making that video, we're back. And this time we'll be ranking the top 10 Cup finishes from the 2019 season. So without further ado, let's get started. Kicking off this list is the 2019 Bristol Night Race, which saw not only a fantastic finish, but heartbreak for one of NASCAR's most underrated and fan-favorite drivers. After stage wins by Kyle Larson and Kurt Busch early in this big playoff race with tons of carnage throughout, it would be Matt DiBenedetto in an underfunded Levine family racing car in the lead trying to hang on with nearly 100 laps to go. However, after a tough fight from the lapped car of Ryan Newman shrank his lead and also damaged his car, it would be an uphill battle to hold off the hard-charging Denny Hamlin. And with 13 laps to go, Hamlin was there. DiBenedetto did all he could, but after more slight contact, it was Denny Hamlin able to drive by and on to victory in what I consider an edge-of-my-seat, heartbreaking finish for Matty D. At 9 is the Firekeepers 400 at Michigan. With its high speeds and super wide track, it's always a fun, fast race with excellent restarts, and this race was no different. With early domination by Joey Logano and Kevin Harvick, the race looked to be one of theirs for the taking, but after a cut right rear tire and spin by Eric Jones, a late race restart would be needed to settle the score in the Motor City. Taking the white flag with the elder Busch on his bumper, Joey chose the middle of 1 and 2 with Kurt looking low, trying to get air on the nose. A strong run through the backstretch helped Joey Logano maintain his advantage as Kurt looked anywhere he could through 3 and 4. But Logano, being the great aero blocker he is, was able to keep his car just ahead as they crossed the line within 2 car lengths of each other as Joey Logano earned his first win of the 2019 season at Michigan. Number 8 goes to the Kansas Spring Race, as in many NASCAR fans' minds, this track has the best racing with the high downforce and low aero package combination by far, and most fans are correct as this finish would show. Kevin Harvick and Chase Elliott won the first 2 stages respectively, but both would find themselves behind Brad Keselowski with just 5 laps to go when Matt DiBenedetto would drop an engine, setting up an exciting, multi-groove battle for the win. Keselowski would get an incredible jump on the restart and find himself 3/10 clear heading into turn 1 as they went 4 and 5 wide behind them with everyone full throttle trying to get every inch they could. Still in the lead at the white flag, BK had to love the 2 and 3 wide battle behind him for second as he marched through 3 and 4 to collect the victory as Eric Jones and Alex Bowman fought tooth and nail, but only for second place. Another Saturday night springtime battle takes 7th on our list as we head to Richmond Raceway, a track famous for its bump and runs throughout the years that created some of the most exciting finishes, and on this night we would see another. Richmond favorites Kyle Busch and Joey Logano would take the first 2 stages, but it would be another short track ace in Martin Truex Jr. who found himself leading late after running in the top 3 most of the evening. With 3 laps to go, he found his mirror full of the 22 and knew it would take absolutely everything to hold back the 2-time Richmond winner. As they took the white flag, Logano looked high for a run off of 2, and after jockeying for position into the final corners, Truex did all he could, floating his car into Logano's lane as Joey tried to cross underneath and sneak by, but it would be too little too late as Martin Truex Jr. would go on to grab his first and very elusive short track victory. Joey Logano would fare much better in the 6th best finish from 2019 on our list in Vegas, however, because after getting the Stage 2 victory, he looked to have the car to beat for the last 100 laps or so that remained. He would have to prove it though, as his teammate Brad Keselowski came on fast with just 1 lap to go, and after looking high and getting a huge draft and run down the back straightaway, all was set up for another fantastic finish through the final corners. With Joey looking high and Brad going all the way to the bottom, they were side by side through the corner as Brad tried so hard to make the slide job stick, but just couldn't get ahead of his teammate, and after near contact exiting the corner, it would be Joey Logano edging out his teammate Brad Keselowski by just over 1/10 of a second in this excellent Penske 1-2 finish. The top 5 on our list kicks off with a bang and a battle of brothers as we look at the finish of the Quaker State 400 at Kentucky Motor Speedway. With each Busch claiming a stage and looking strong throughout the night and a late caution brought out by Bubba Wallace, all the writing was on the wall for another great overtime battle between the brothers for a win. With Joey Logano separating the two, it would be older brother Kurt with a bold move to the outside entering one that cleared Logano and put himself and Kyle 3 wide with Eric Jones. After both cleared and took the white flag side by side all the way through one with contact aplenty, they both dove into turn 3 neck and neck as Kyle got loose and nearly slipped up and took both of them out exiting turn 4, but was able to save it and watch his older brother Kurt go on and take the victory in this absolutely thrilling family finish at Kentucky. At number 4, we have the finish to the first round of the All-Star Open race. With the aero changes made by NASCAR for this event to boost tight racing and exciting action, and with a spot in the All-Star race on the line, these open races would not disappoint. After Kyle Larson led most of the first round, a BJ McLeod engine failure late would set up an overtime restart with tons of action. After running side by side the entirety of the lap and a half heading into the final corner, Bubba Wallace and Kyle Larson dove neck and neck into 3 with Wallace nudging ahead but also washing up the racetrack as William Byron in the 24 kept his foot all the way in it and flew into the side of the 43 as both drivers somehow saved their cars and beat and banged to an unbelievable photo finish with William Byron edging out Bubba Wallace by a nose and earning himself a spot in NASCAR's All-Star race. Clocking in at third on our list is the Foxwoods Casino 301 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. This tight and very technical racetrack has always had great racing and finishes going back through the years to when Jeff Gordon and Jeff Burton had a thrilling fight for the win. Kyle Busch had a great race car after winning stage 1, but found himself in the wall late, allowing the closer Kevin Harvick to take the lead. However, it was Denny Hamlin who was closing the distance on Harvick now, and at the white flag found himself right on the 4's bumper. Hamlin shoved Harvick hard into 1 and 2 with a bump and run, but somehow Harvick was able to stay ahead of Hamlin heading into those final corners. The 4 went low as the 11 went high to get momentum off the corner, and as Hamlin began to surge forward near the exit of the corner, Harvick turned right and absolutely body slammed Hamlin, forcing him up the track and nearly into the wall as Kevin Harvick went on to win in this exciting last lap fight between Grizzly veterans. At the runner-up spot, we head back to the All-Star Open race, this time in the second round of action, as after Byron advanced earlier in the night, it left several good cars running for just 2 guaranteed spots left in the big show, and after letting his chance slip in round 1, Bubba Wallace was a man on a mission. He found himself side by side with Daniel Suarez at the line with 1 to go, and after clearing himself through 1 and 2, he prepared to try and block the big run everyone knew was coming. Through 3 and 4, Wallace looked to have it in hand, but out of nowhere, Suarez came crossing under and found himself inching ahead as once again they beat and banged to the line as Suarez got loose and spun through the infield, allowing Bubba Wallace to nose ahead and grab his ticket to the big dance for $1 million. And the top spot of our list goes to the Talladega Fall Playoff race. As many know, the intensity and action is always at 100 here, especially in a playoff eliminator and with a shot at a title on the line. At the white flag, it was Ryan Blaney who found himself leading with the pack behind him, unorganized heading into the backstretch, when Ryan Newman jumped to the outside with a huge push from Denny Hamlin and scooted by, also nearly wrecking in the process and getting too far ahead of the pack as Blaney charged back with a huge draft. With a wreck behind, Blaney faked high and dove under Ryan Newman, and after slight contact, the two were neck and neck with 1,000 feet to the line, as both door slammed the other in a knockdown, drag-em-out race to the finish, with Ryan Blaney edging Newman out by a literal foot in what was one of the best Talladega finishes of all time, and in my mind, the best and most exciting finish of the 2019 NASCAR Cup Series season. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Please give me a like, share, comment below, or subscribe for some more awesome NASCAR content.